Alright, fam, listen up because I'm about to drop some serious truth bombs that most financial gurus wouldn't dare touch. Many of you have been hitting me up asking about my side hustles after that last video blew up. Seriously, thank you all for the love and for subscribing. That video went absolutely wild, and it truly means the world to me. So consider this the much anticipated part 2, the sequel you didn't know you needed, because I've got so much more to unpack, so many more layers to peel back on this whole side hustle game. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty, let's set the stage. Let's talk about why I'm even doing this, why I'm hustling on YouTube, why I'm hosting furry friends on Rover, while rocking a full-time engineering gig. See, there's this widely accepted, almost sacred belief that once you hit that six-figure mark in your 9 to 5, especially in a field like engineering, you've somehow magically made it. People expect you to just, ease off the gas, let that ambition simmer down, punch in, punch out, and live this perfectly comfortable, money-stress-free life. And on paper, it sounds pretty sweet, right? I mean, a six-figure salary in 2020. Six is no joke. It puts you way ahead of the curve, gives you a solid foundation. But here's the kicker. The inconvenient truth I've stumbled upon over the past few years, your sole 9 to 5 income all by itself, simply isn't enough if you're serious about unleashing your full earning potential. And why? Because a 9 to 5 by its very nature has a ceiling. It is a gilded cage, my friends. You're essentially trading your precious time for money, working for someone else's dreams, not your own. Now, I get it. The thought of more work after a demanding job might sound like torture, but hear me out. There are literally countless side hustle possibilities out there, just waiting for you to grab them. And yes, it'll take grit, it'll take effort. But if you truly, genuinely want to unlock your full financial potential, you absolutely need to be dabbling in a side hustle in 2026. This isn't just advice. It is my personal strategy, my game plan. And here's the thing. Once you start seeing your income, your entire financial landscape, through this lens, it's like a switch flips. You can't unsee it. You begin to realize that a high salary, while powerful, is only truly powerful in proportion to what you actually do with it, outside of your regular job. Because if all that fat paycheck does is fund an ever-expanding lifestyle, then guess what? You're still trapped in the same old cycle of being financially stuck. But now, you're just financially stuck in the corporate hamster wheel. It is like upgrading your cage, but it's still a cage. That, my friends, is the bedrock, the core motivation for all my side hustles. It's not about just making more money for the sake of it. It is about strategically converting active income, that hourly grind, into leveraged income over time. And leverage, oh boy, that's one of those buzzwords that gets thrown around more than a hot potato in finance podcasts, business meetings, and YouTube videos. But most people, they never really break it down. They never define it in a way that actually makes sense for us mere mortals. When I talk about leverage, I'm talking about your uncanny ability to generate income, to produce results, without your direct minute. By minute time being the mandatory ingredient for every single dollar you earn, it's about building businesses, creating assets that work tirelessly for you, even when you're not actively working. It means setting up systems, developing digital products, making smart investments, or even having employees who generate output for your ventures on your behalf. I want things that keep printing money for me. Whether I'm clocked in or chilling on a beach, I want assets and systems that don't demand my physical presence every single hour of the day. Because let's be real, time is our most precious commodity, and trading it directly for money, hour for hour, is a losing game in the long run. So, just to be crystal clear, this isn't coming from a place of dissatisfaction with my current engineering career. Not at all. My engineering job is the engine, the powerhouse, that is currently funding all these audacious side hustle goals. It is paying for all the necessities of life in the present, and it is also spearheading my investment strategy. There is absolutely no doubt about that. For me, side hustles are all about strategically building diverse income streams that exist completely outside of my employer's grasp. They're about ingeniously leveraging my time, my unique skills, and my genuine interests. Because let's face it, I absolutely never ever want to be in a position where a single layoff, a single unexpected turn of events, completely dictates my financial stability. That's just playing with fire. And I'm not about that life, and beyond just the undeniable peace of mind that comes with additional financial security. There's an even more profound layer to developing a side hustle, something I believe is incredibly powerful, especially if you approach it with intentionality. A six-figure job, when managed with a bit of financial savvy, gives you something truly invaluable, something most people earlier in their careers simply don't possess yet. And that, my friends, is cold, hard cash, the liquid fuel to be able to confidently take calculated risks. A high-paying career provides you with the capital to invest consistently without the soul-crushing stress of wondering if your basic needs are covered. And let me tell you, that is a true, unadulterated blessing. That's precisely why, in all my previous rants, I constantly hammer home the importance of building up a cash buffer, of desperately clawing your way out of the paycheck to paycheck trap. I know it might suck in the moment, it might require some serious discipline, but trust me, you absolutely have to find a way. Because if you stay stuck in that cycle, you're going to hit a wall, and it's an incredibly steep, almost impossible hill to climb. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, every single financial decision you make carries an immense weight, a suffocating risk. Every dollar you spend feels like it has to instantly produce a return, or it's going to plunge you into a spiral of anxiety and stress. It's no way to live. But here's the game changer, the beautiful shift. When your primary income comfortably covers your entire lifestyle, it completely liberates you. It allows you to build side hustles from a place of genuine patience, from a mindset of long-term vision, rather than from a desperate scramble, a place of sheer panic. That's exactly the strategy I'm employing. I can afford to take calculated swings, to try new things without breaking a sweat if they don't immediately pan out. I can reinvest the early profits from my side hustles, whether it's from my dog hosting gigs on Rover or the early AdSense money from YouTube, and pump it right back into the business, instead of immediately pulling it out just to cover my everyday bills, for instance. This very YouTube channel, once it gets monetized, every single penny will be meticulously reinvested. I'm talking about upgrading my YouTube setup, exploring tools to boost my productivity, seeking out mentorship from those who've walked the path before me, investing in professional video editing. The goal is simple: to continuously reinvest, to nurture this seed, so I can cultivate something truly sustainable, something that flourishes for the long haul. You see, when all your essential needs are comfortably met, you gain the incredible luxury of thinking in multi-year timelines, instead of being perpetually trapped in the month-to-month struggle. That's precisely how I view this current, exciting phase of my life. The phase I'm in right now with all my side hustles. I want to be operating on a multi-year horizon, and since all my essentials are covered, I can truly pour my heart and soul into these ventures, allowing them the necessary time and space to mature and develop, without the pressure of instant gratification. Now, there's another crucial piece to this puzzle, something I genuinely believe doesn't get nearly enough attention, and that's the incredible skill expansion that inevitably comes with running a side hustle. My engineering career, for all its merits, sharpens a very specific, albeit highly valuable set of tools. We're talking about technical problem solving, meticulous project management, efficient execution, and clear communication. All these skills are undeniably respected and highly compensated within my industry, but starting a side hustle, oh man, that forces me to boldly step into an entirely different arena, a completely new battlefield where none of those traditional engineering skills alone are sufficient. I'm immersed in the world of marketing. I'm learning the intricate art of video creation, the delicate dance of content creation, the nuanced process of audience building, and so much more. These are entirely new skill sets, living completely outside the confines of my traditional engineering world. And what's truly powerful, what makes this whole endeavor so exhilarating, is that it equips me with multiple avenues to create value, multiple robust ways to generate income. Because the more diverse skills you acquire, the more revenue-generating abilities you cultivate, the less you become dependent on any single job, on any single income source. And that, my friends, is how you start compounding your life, how you start building something so magnificent, so unimaginable, that it would have seemed like pure fantasy just a few years ago. That diversification of skills, much like the intelligent diversification of investments, will inevitably create a myriad of options for you later in your life. Options that simply do not exist for you right now if you're fortunate enough, truly blessed, to possess a high-income skill set, to have a strong, stable career platform. Then, in my humble opinion, ignoring the monumental opportunity to concurrently build additional income streams alongside it is nothing short of financial malpractice. You are leaving an astronomical amount of untapped potential lying dormant on the table. Potential that you will never ever get the time back to harness again. Time is finite, my friends. Use it wisely. So, when people, often with a bewildered look on their faces, ask me why I'm still relentlessly pursuing side hustles, despite already working a six-figure engineering job, my answer is always the same, simple and brutally honest. I'm not just chasing money, I'm building more freedom. Because I absolutely refuse to stand idly by and watch any of my untapped potential go to waste. And that, my friends, pretty much wraps up everything I wanted to share in this follow-up video. If you're hungry for more insights into my side hustles, if you crave those juicy monthly updates, then do me a solid, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel more than you know. I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay boring, stay patient. Peace.